Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is Event Horizon, an Azorius synthesizer deck featuring a new way to make a pile of factories. We've got some of the usual suspects with a defensive package as well to help slow down aggressive opponents while we build up our board and work on slashing prices at our factory outlet. For Duplication, we've brought a set of cards that can help us with generating Robot Overlords. Let's get in there. We're playing the full set of Authority of the Consuls, the 1-mana enchantment that makes enemy men enter play tapped. It will slow down opponents and make it difficult for them to block our men. The bonus is we gain a life for every enemy that enters play. Not only are we slowing down aggressive men, but just for entering play, our life total gets a boost. 3 steps ahead is a big card in any synthesizer list. It does so much with its 3 modes. The one we definitely want to use is the copy mode. But a counterspell and card filtering are all useful if we have the mana for them. Caretaker's talent is mostly card draw, but its duplication effect is very useful. In this deck, it could easily make us another synthesizer token for just 1 white mana. The level 3 ability is not one we aim to use, but should we need it, it is there. Perilous Snare is a fantastic removal artifact as it can hit any non-land permanent. If we get to max speed, we can use the snare to pump any of our men. As it is an artifact that is 3 mana or more, it will generate Robot Overlords when it enters play. Unidentified Hovership is specifically to take out opposing men. It can only target men with toughness 5 or less, but that is still a wide range that we can eliminate most enemies. After being abducted, the opponent will not get their men back if the hovership is destroyed. Instead, they get to Mana Fist Dread. Moonlit Meditation is a new card from Edge of Eternities. It's an aura that can enchant an artifact or creature we control. After being enchanted, whenever we generate 1 or more tokens, we get a copy of the enchanted permanent instead. This duplication happens only once per turn, but when we can generate copies every turn, this could easily lead to us having a pile of the enchanted permanent. The meditation goes great on a synthesizer, but could also work well on a snare or hovership. The synthesizer is our key card. The factory outlet generates Robot Overlords with every artifact that enters play that is 3 mana or more. The Scry 2 helps us set up our draws and can get us more artifacts to generate more and more Robot Overlords. The Helm is a great companion to the synthesizer. It is 3 mana, so we'll trigger the factory. And then for 2 mana, we can use it to copy any artifact token we control. That's more synthesizers if we have a token one already. And if not, we can copy a Robot Overlords. A synthesizer enchanted with a meditation means we get a token factory if we try to copy any token artifact we control. Elspeth. Stormslayer is even better in this deck. With her in play, we get double the amount of tokens. And if we use her token generating ability while we have an enchanted synthesizer in play, we get 2 factory tokens instead, and double the amount of Robot Overlords. It's enough to make the opponent cry. Exalted Sunborn is a new card that also doubles the amount of tokens we generate when it's in play. For 2 mana, we can warp it in on a turn we're about to generate multiple tokens. Then later on, we can play it out for its full cost, and we have a flying life, Link Angel, that doubles our tokens. For lands, we're playing 2 Fountainport, the special land that can generate tokens. 3 Meticulous Archive, the Azorius Surveil land. 4 Flood Farm Verge, the plains that becomes a dual when we have a plains or island in play. 2 Uthros, Titan God Core, the special land that can tap for a blue for every artifact we control once we station 12 power worth of creatures. 4 Island, 5 Plains, 2 Ishgard, the Holy Sea, the special land that has an adventure that lets us get back an artifact or enchantment from our grave. 2 Adagia, the Windswept Bastion, the special land that lets us make a legendary copy of an artifact or enchantment we control after we station 12 power worth of creatures. Playing the deck is fairly simple. Decision points do come up, but knowing what the opponent is playing helps determine our course of action. We have plenty of removal even with only 8 removal artifacts, since those usually generate Robot Overlords. The opponent losing a key permanent while having to face our AI men can often get them in trouble. A meditation enchanting a synthesizer can easily give us more factories than the opponent can handle. The resulting Robot Overlord army is usually enough to take down opposing life totals. GG's opponent, thanks for coming on the big show. That's the deck, boys. Let's go play some games.
Do you want to play a game?
This is... Yes, man. No, wait. It's Vasectomy, man. No, wait. It's Vascorian. Bro, looks hungry. We're kicking things off with a 4-lander. We've got an authority to slow them down, and if we can generate tokens, we have draw as well. The Helm can make tokens. So we've got parts of the puzzle. Keep your pants on. We have plenty of tap lands, so might as well get them out. They play out an Amalia. Looks like another Orzhov life gain deck with men that get swole when they gain life. We'll play out the authority. It'll give us some life for every one of their men that enters play. They bring down a bat. Life gain will life gain. They take the talent, so they clearly don't want us drawing extra cards. They play a life gain land and reveal a revive on top of their deck. It's a keeper. We draw an untapped land, and we'll play it out, then follow up with the Helm. Let's get it in play to hopefully be able to use in the future. They play out an Aerith, the Queen of Life Gain. Clearly, bro has been traumatized by Sephiroth decks. Amazingly, we draw into a synthesizer. We'll play it out right away and use the scry to try to find more artifacts. On top, we have a hovership and a land. We'll ship the land. They play out a pair of small men, life gain, and card filtering. They come in for damages, but we've still got another turn left. Their key men have gotten too big to stuff in the hovership, so we'll have to abduct something else. Let's drop in our Sunborn to get double the Robot Overlords when we play out the hovership. We'll take their bat and get our talent back. Before the Sunborn goes away, we'll station it and get started on unlocking our God Core. They play out a Requiem Monolith. I'm only surprised it's not more life gain. They activate the monolith and use it on Amalia. They send her in, we can't take the damages, and we might as well take out Amalia while we can. It's going to give them a full hand, but there's not much else we can do. They play out an ethereal armor on Aerith. They must have more enchantments, they just haven't drawn them. We draw another meditation, and the time has come to play one out. The only real problem is we don't have enough blue mana. If we had another blue, we could copy the map token with the Helm and get a token synthesizer. We'll use a map token and see if maybe that can draw us into a land. On top, we have a hovership, and that's fine as it will take care of another one of their men and give us another Robot Overlord. They fire off a Dewdrop Cure and gift us a card to get 3 of their men back from the grave. Amalia gets to come back for another go, and all these men trigger their life gain. We draw another blue, but it enters tapped. We have to go with the Hovership. It's our only defense. Instead of generating a Robot Overlord, the meditation gives us a copy of our factory outlet. Prices are so cheap, hoverships are generating factories. On top, we have a talent and an Elspeth. We'll keep them, and in that order. They play out a Wind Crystal. Now for 6 mana, they'll be able to give their team flying and will be unable to block. So it looks like we'll be down to our last turn. They send it, and now is when we activate our helm and make another synthesizer. We'll go with Elspeth. Her token-making ability will trigger the meditation, and we'll get 2 factories and double the Robot Overlords. Yes, yes, take action. Stationing just one Robot Overlord activates our God Core. Let's get in there. At this size, they have to block at least one. They're the ones with the smaller men now. Damages, bro. Damages. That's only a 40 spot we hit them with. They go for an equip instead of activating their crystal. Oopsie poopsie, bro. They fire off another revive, but their men enter tapped, and they only have 4 blockers up at the moment. Here comes a pile of triggers. We're going to zip ahead to the end. They send in a couple of their small men to knock Elspeth down a couple points, but we have hoverships we can crew and we can block up. And most importantly, that's a pair of blockers they tapped. We'll play out a talent for the card draw, then follow up with the second meditation on a hovership. This way we'll get a pair of factories as well as hoverships when we have Elspeth make tokens.
I welcome all allies.
Those are some big AI men. Time to pull up your big boy pants. The damages are coming. They go up to 192 life thanks to their Aerith, but our Robot Overlords have yet to land their punches, and we have well over 1,000 power. Damages, bro. Damages. Also GG's. Extra cheese. This is Z-Fest. He happened back in '99, but wants to be relevant today. Okay, bro. We get a 3-lander with only 1 tap land this time. We do have a factory ready to roll out on schedule, along with a way to trigger it. The draw and meditation are a bonus. Keep your pants on. They play out a turn 1 Smelf, and I think that's mono landfall that's cooking. They throw down a traveling chocobo. Landfall confirmed. We'll go with our factory this turn. We know they aren't packing artifact destruction because they are usually too busy trying to make lands happen. On top, we have a Hovership and an Elspeth. We'll keep both and in that order. Wait, they're Gruul Landfall. That's different. They play out an Ice Till Explorer. It lets them play an extra land and they can play lands from their grave. To help out, it also mills them a card when they play a land. They mill away a bill. That's what you get when you play with fire. They land a little chocobo to grow in the future. We'll play out our Surveil land. We do want to hit 5 mana on schedule. We'll go with our Hovership this turn. We need to get rid of their traveling chocobo. The advantages it gives are just too good. They drop in another little chocobo, and it's likely they'll be dropping some lands to follow up. You could be blind and would have seen that coming. They mill away another bill. That's one of their best weapons going down a hole. We love to see it. Add a Hydra as well. That would have been amazing on board, but thanks to their own self-mill, it ends up in the trash. Oopsie poopsie, bro. They come in with only a single chocobo. They should have sent everyone. We'll go with the snare this time. We'll take out their explorer. Playing lands from their grave is too good. They make sure they keep their engine in place with a timely snake skin veil. Another chocobo comes down. That's their 4th. The other one went in the trash. They even play Doubling Season. I'm not a fan of this deck, so I'm not playing it. But Drix would be a better include, since their men with counters would get trampled. They send in only the big chocobo. Cool, let's block one up. We draw a 3 steps ahead, but we could go with either Elspeth or the talent. The talent gives us card draw, but Elspeth doubles up our tokens, and we have a meditation we want to get down soon. They think they got us. Nice. I think it has to be Elspeth. Arms are readied, Elspeth. Don't worry. It doesn't matter how big these birds get, they don't have trample and can't get past our tiny token men. They hit attack all and send the team. We'll block up to take the least damage possible. We do get a 6th land, but it enters tapped. We really would have liked to get the talent and meditation down this turn. But we'll play out the meditation and get started on making a pile of Robot Overlords. On top, we have a snare and another talent. We'll take both, but let's get the snare first. Then we can send in our Robot Overlord for a big face punch. Damages, bro. Damages. No emojis now, am I right? It doesn't matter how big these birds get, they're not getting through. They send the team. Maybe they're hoping we forget how to block. But this is so easy, even a caveman could block up. Their pants explode. They couldn't get away fast enough. GG's. We'll smell you later, bro. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.